When Pavel Tsatsouline came to the United States, he brought something with him that the American fitness industry had never seen. The Soviet system didn't think about strength the way we do. No pump, no burn, no 3 sets of 10 until your muscles give out. They treated strength as a skill, something you practice, like a language or an instrument, and they used that approach to build some of the strongest humans who have ever lived, often with nothing but their own body weight. The 5 rules I'm about to give you come from that system. Follow them, and the push-ups, squats, and holds you're already doing will start building more real, usable strength than most people get from years in a gym. Not because your muscles change overnight, but because your nervous system does. And the nervous system is where strength actually lives. So let's get into them. Rule number 1. Strength is a skill, so practice it. Don't work out. This is the foundation everything else sits on, and it's the rule Pavel is most famous for. Think about how you'd learn to play piano. Would you play until your fingers cramped and you couldn't hit another note? Of course not. You'd practice for short sessions, frequently, always fresh, always crisp. The Soviets trained strength exactly the same way, and Pavel turned it into a method he calls greasing the groove. Here's how it works in your life. Pick one exercise, let's say push-ups. Figure out the most you can do in one go. Say it's 12. From now on, several times a day, you're going to do about half that number. 6 clean, sharp push-ups. Then you walk away. 2 hours later, 6 more. Maybe 4 or 5 little sets spread across the day. You never struggle. You never grind. You never go anywhere near failure. It feels like cheating. It feels too easy. And then 3 weeks later, you test yourself and your 12 has become 20, and you never once felt like you worked out. That's because every easy set was a rep of practice for your nervous system, and the nervous system learns from quality, not exhaustion. Most people make one mistake with this rule. They get excited, push every mini set close to their max, and burn out by Thursday. Easy means easy. Half your max, fresh every time. The groove gets greased by smoothness, not by suffering. Rule number 2. Tension is strength. This is the rule that changes how every exercise you do feels, starting today. Pavel teaches that strength isn't just in the muscle doing the work, it's in how much tension your whole body can generate at once. The Soviets called the underlying effect irradiation. When one muscle contracts hard, it recruits its neighbors, and the strength spreads outward like rings on a pond. You can feel this right now. Make a loose fist and curl your arm. Now make the hardest white knuckle fist you possibly can, crush an imaginary lemon, and curl again. The second one feels stronger because it is. Your clenched fist just recruited your forearm, your biceps, your shoulder. Now apply it everywhere. When you do a push-up, don't just bend your arms. Grip the floor with your fingers like you're trying to tear out a handful of carpet. Squeeze your glutes. Brace your abs like you're about to take a punch. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Suddenly, a push-up isn't an arm exercise, it's a full-body event, and you are dramatically stronger inside it. Same with a squat. Grip the floor with your feet, squeeze, brace, and stand up as one solid piece. The mistake here is saving tension for the hard reps. Backwards. Tension is the practice. Every rep, even the easy ones, is a rehearsal in becoming one solid piece of granite on command. The strongest men in the world aren't loose. They flick a switch and their whole body shows up at once. That switch is trainable, and this is how you train it. Now, before I give you rule number 3, let me tell you about something that's helped a lot of people in your situation. Everything I'm sharing in this video works best on a body that actually moves well. And if you're dealing with stiff joints, nagging aches, or a body that fights you every time you get down on the floor, that's the first problem to solve. I created a 30-day program called Reboot Your Body that walks you step by step through restoring the movement and strength you've lost. It's a daily plan, no equipment, no guesswork, designed to get you back to playing with your kids or your grandkids without paying for it the next morning, and moving through your day without that constant background ache. The link is in the description below if you want to check it out. Build the foundation, and every rule in this video pays off double. All right, rule number 3, never train to failure. This one sounds like heresy if you grew up on American gym culture, where the whole point was to push until you collapsed. Pavel's view and the Soviet view before him is blunt. Failure is a skill too, and whatever you practice, you get better at. Grind out ugly, shaking, half-collapsed reps at the end of every set, and you are literally rehearsing weakness. Your nervous system files those reps away just like the good ones. So here's the rule in practice. Whatever the exercise, stop while your reps are still crisp. Leave 2, 3, even 5 reps in the tank. If your form starts to wobble, the set is over. Not soon, now. It feels unfinished at first. You'll want that burn because you've been taught the burn means it's working. It doesn't. The burn means fatigue, and fatigue is not the same thing as strength. What you get in exchange is the ability to train far more often. The man who does 5 crisp push-up sets a day, every day, stacking only quality, will run right past the man who destroys himself every Monday and spends 3 days recovering. Strength is built by the volume of perfect reps over months, and you can only accumulate that volume if you stop before the ugly ones start. Rule number 4, put your breath behind your strength. The Soviets understood something about breathing that the West treated as an afterthought. Your breath controls your pressure, and your pressure controls your power. Pavel teaches what he calls power breathing, and the core of it is simple. Before a hard effort, you take a breath in through your nose, not a huge gulp, maybe 3/4 of your lungs. And instead of letting it go, you compress it. You brace your abs around that breath like a corset tightening, and you keep it pressurized behind your braced midsection while you move. Air hisses out slowly through clenched teeth on the hardest part of the rep, like a pressure valve, never all at once. Try it with a simple bodyweight squat. First, do one breathing casually, then do one this way. Inhale into your belly, brace, descend, and let the air leak out in a controlled hiss as you drive back up. The second rep feels like someone installed shock absorbers in your spine. That pressure stabilizes your entire trunk, and a stable trunk lets your arms and legs express strength they already had but couldn't deliver. 2 mistakes to avoid. Don't take a maximum gulp of air and slam everything shut. If you're getting dizzy or seeing spots, you've turned a strength technique into a party trick, so back off the intensity. And don't dump all your air at the top of the rep and go slack. The brace lives from the first inch of the movement to the last. Rule number 5, do less, better, forever. This is the rule that ties the whole system together, and it's the one modern fitness culture is built to make you break. Open any fitness app and you'll find 75 exercises for your chest alone. Pavel built entire books around the opposite idea. A handful of movements, practiced for years, progressed patiently from easy versions to versions most gym members couldn't dream of touching. In his bodyweight work, the whole program comes down to 2 exercises, the one-arm push-up and the single-leg squat. 2 movements, that's it. Because here's the truth, nobody selling you variety wants to say out loud. Your body doesn't know exercises, it knows efforts. A push-up progressed over 2 years from your knees to the floor, to feet elevated, to one arm, builds more strength than 200 different chest exercises sampled and abandoned. Depth beats variety every time. So pick your 2. 1 push, 1 squat. Maybe add a hold from one of my other videos for your midsection. Then commit to those movements for the next 6 months, applying the first 4 rules. Practice them daily, fresh and easy. Total body tension on every rep, never to failure, breath behind the brace. When the version you're doing becomes comfortable, don't add reps forever. Make the movement harder. Narrow your hands, slow the descent, lift a foot. Strength grows by raising the difficulty, not by padding the count. The mistake with this rule is boredom. Around week 3, your brain will whisper that you need a new program, a new exercise, a new app. That whisper has kept more men weak than any injury ever has. The Soviets won by being patient when everyone else was being entertained. So here's how you put all 5 rules to work, starting today. Pick your 2 movements, say push-ups and bodyweight squats, at whatever level you're at. Test your max on each, then cut it in half. That's your practice number. 4 or 5 times a day, do 1 easy set of each. Full body tension, breath braced, every rep crisp, stopping miles from failure. No set should take more than 30 seconds. Spread them through your day, morning, mid-morning, lunch, afternoon, evening. After 2 or 3 weeks, retest your max. When it climbs, your practice number climbs with it. And when an exercise stops challenging you at all, make it harder instead of longer. That's the entire system. No gym, no equipment, No soreness so bad you dread the stairs. Just skill, practice daily the way the strongest system in history actually built its strongest men. If you want a complete day-by-day plan that builds your foundation first and takes all the guesswork out, head to the link in the description and grab Reboot Your Body. And if this video helped you, hit subscribe because there are a lot more of these coming. Now close the app drawer in your head, drop down, and give me 1 set of push-ups, half your max, every muscle tight, breath braced. Your first practice session starts now.